Okay, so today we're going to practice the sound, okay? And so we're going to start by saying E, like an E sound, and I'm going to teach you how we're going to turn it to an R. Okay. So when we are saying the R sound, the sides of your tongue are going to kind of come up and they touch like the back part of your mouth. So if you open your mouth like this, it's these parts right here on the roof of your mouth, okay? So I'm gonna go first and then you're gonna go first. So we're gonna practice just saying E, okay? So we're gonna go E, your turn.
E.
Okay, so this time when you do it, I want you to think about like where's your tongue going when you say E, okay? So try it again. E. Okay, so we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna kind of move our tongue so that it gets tense, and we're gonna turn it so that way the E is gonna turn to an R sound. Okay, so we're gonna go ear, and so sometimes your lips even kind of like move with it. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, ear. Your turn.
Ear.
Okay. For this other sound that we're gonna practice, you're gonna say an L sound first, and then I'm gonna teach you how we can turn it into an R, okay? So I just want you to practice by saying L. So it's making an L sound where the tip of your tongue touches the very tip of the roof of your mouth. Like if you're feeling the roof of your mouth, there are some bumpy parts. Can you feel the bumpy parts of the roof of your mouth?
Yeah.
So that's called the ridge. So when you make the L sound, the L sound, your tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth, the bumpy part, okay? So you make the L sound after I do. Ready? Oh. Okay, so now we're gonna take that L sound and we're going to turn it to an R you're going to move your tongue so that way it's touching the roof of your mouth and slides back. So it's like your tongue is going to lick the roof of your mouth. So you're going to make an R after it, and you'll say, or. Your turn. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Should we try it again? I'll go again. Oh. Ooh, that sounded a little silly, but I'll do that again.
I sound like Stitch.
Or. Your turn. Yeah, so like you lick, like your tongue is doing something really silly and it's licking the roof of your mouth. Or. It's silly, right? You think it sounds like Stitch?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to practice the K sound, the K sound. So when you practice the K sound, the K, your tongue needs to stay down, like at the bottom, like towards your teeth. And the back of your tongue is going to go up, kind of like how we practice with the R. And it's going to want to kind of touch that very back side of the sides of your roof of your mouth at the very top. Okay? And so we're going to remember to keep our tongue down towards the bottom. So we are going to use a Fruit Loop. Okay? So we're just going to put this kind of like right behind your teeth. Okay? And you're going to put your tongue there. Okay? And so we're going to remember to keep our tongue tip down so that way when we say K, our back of the tongue goes up, okay? So ready? I'm going to say K, and then you will. Here I go. K. Okay, try again. K. Good job. One more time. K. Very good. Eat your cereal.
That's delicious, actually.
Okay, so we're going to practice making a K sound, and we're going to use my spoon as a tongue depressor. And a tongue depressor is just something that holds your tongue down, okay? So when I want you to open your mouth here, and just with my tongue depressor, I'm going to kind of, can you open wide? There you go. I'm going to kind of just tap up here. So here's the roof of your mouth, okay? And at the top, on these sides of the roof of your mouth, that is the soft palate, and that's where we want the back of that tongue to hit, okay? So I'm gonna say, and I want you to do the same, but I'm gonna put my tongue depressor there. That way you can feel where your tongue wants to go, and when I move the tongue depressor, then I want you to say the K sound, okay? Here we go, say ah. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do it again. Ready, go. Okay, and remember to put your tongue down like your tongue's gonna go towards the tip, like towards your teeth. Here, right here. So we want our tongue to get right there. Okay, so we're going to go again. Ready? Yeah, much better. Okay, we are going to practice the S sound like a snake. Okay, and so when we do that, we have to remember that our tongue has to stay behind our teeth. We don't want to stick it out in between our teeth, like we got to keep it behind. And if you feel the roof of your mouth, there are some bumps there. Do you feel the roof and those bumpy parts? Yep. So that's called our alveolar ridge. And that ridge is kind of where we want to keep our teeth. They can go not like right on it, but they're going to be really close to it. And then we're going to close our teeth a little bit, maybe not all the way, because we're going to push some air through there. And we want that air to come just through that opening spot in our teeth. And so we'll go, so that way we're going to push it. Okay, so when you think about, I want you to think about you're pushing some air in between that space in your teeth. Okay, so I'll go and you go. Okay, your turn. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to practice the S sound, but before we do that, we're going to do a T sound, and we're going to change our T into an S, okay? So when we make a T, our teeth has to stay, or our tongue has to stay behind our teeth, okay? We don't want it to come out. And so when we make it, we kind of blow some air through and we go, t, but it comes out hard. Can you make a T sound? T. Yep, so your tongue goes right there by your teeth, right? So we're going to make like 4 T sounds, and then we're going to change it, and after the 4th, we're going to make it a S, like a snake. So we're going to go T, 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 S. And so we're just going to keep it together, okay? So I'll go and you go, okay? Here we go. T, 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 S. Your turn. Yeah, should we go again? See if we can go a little faster, okay? Yeah, so our tongue was working really hard for that T. It was coming out fast, and then it stopped so it could focus on blowing that air out.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.